First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, blue 60, 10, 0. Switch it.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Johnson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Barkley, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Jones on first and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, box drop.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down now, Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. A gain of 6 there on first. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for 1,000 yards. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 11. After the interception, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Danny Amendola. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
On second and very short, Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Stafford, he's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
21.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. 280. Hey, 50. Trying to collect. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Blue Dan. Blue Dan. Switch gears. Drill right, 22.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He'll get this one to Galladay. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
69. Hey, team 6. 57 the Mike. 57 the Mike.
Now Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Watch the pass. Here we go. 59. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the run.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our 1st point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Here's Jones on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hit it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike Alpha. Come, baby. Woo! Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. You must go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Middle. 29 is the Mike. Echo. Silver. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got 50. Convert. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, here we go. 29 is the Mike. On
2nd and 12, Stafford looking for Amendola, and it's It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Amendola, he was the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Hey.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Bravo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. O'Shane Zimenez able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 57's the mic. Rock 57. 11.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jim. Hey, 5-0.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big run there by Johnson. 45 yards. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check 52. Like 7.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now it's Stafford. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Ready. 70, Indy. Hey, Charlie. Hey, go, Mike 40. Marcus, defense, Marcus. Big grip.
On third down, Jones. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Crunch. 53, ready. Check 50. Big 20. Check 20.
They go to Johnson again. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Lady. 0. 61. Matchbox light.
That's a gain of 5.
Shoot. Watch out. And middle. Check 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
And the Lions first down. First and
32.
46-yard line.
X3. 218. Chopper. Watch one.
Stafford on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready? Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go mic forward, Gotta do better.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 29. I'm scared. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
40 got. Watch the shit. Protein spill. Watch the shit. 32.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Stafford. Jones has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
40 got.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Amendola's got it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Zebra.
On 1st and 10, Stafford looking deep now for Amendola. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Amendola, the intended receiver. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, dude. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Watch, yep. Watch the run. Watch the run. 26. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Yeah. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check Mike 57. 5. You. Hey. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. You.
Now it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
50. Real right, 22. 57. Hey. 57.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
91.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Saquon Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Giants, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.